It's been a minute, like a whole week, I think. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you're all doing well. So, yeah, welcome to my live. I told you guys that Aaron had been in the hospital, and so I thought I should give you an update. So I'm just gonna wait to see who's here. Don't be shy to say hi. Let me know who you are. And I'm excited to be finally here live again so we can chat because I have missed you guys, but it's been kind of a hard week, let's just say. Well, Aaron is doing a lot better, but I'll wait till you're here so I can give you the update. And I know there's always like a little bit of a delay, so whatever I just said, you're only going to hear it in about 30 seconds. So I'll give it another 30 seconds. So let me know who you are and what you're up to. Um, so Aaron is doing okay. First of all, I just want you to know I'm still not used to this like vertical business here, but now I guess I'm in the habit. Oh, hi. Hi, Sharon. Thank you. First of all, thank you all for your prayers. The way it turned out, man, it was so scary in the beginning and then it turned out so well. So, hi Melanie. Melanie in Edmonton. Hi. Thanks for stopping in and letting me know you're here. So Aaron has this chronic wound in his hip. I'll just give you the story here. Um, he had a surgery like in 2003 or 2004. And after they did it, he moved the wrong way in the bed and the stitches sort of popped open. Hi, Pam. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so happy to be here with you. Seriously. So the thing, like the stitches popped open. So when I met him, hi, Alexander. He just had this little circle like this. It's like imagine if you had a surgery scar and it just went pop, and so you could see the edges that just it wasn't together. It was just like a little circle, like that big, and it was right in what they call the trochanter area, which is right here, where your hip joint would be. And we didn't think too much of it. I didn't know anything about home care at the time. I just started helping him naturally. And we were like, well, let's go to the clinic. And they gave me some bandage stuff. And I guess we figured it would heal, but it just didn't heal. It never closed up. I think because there was just too much like skin missing and just the way the wound was and the way the edges were that it wouldn't granulate in this way. And also because he's sitting and it's in this area, the way he's pressing, it was kind of pushing the wound in. So over time what happened is it started to like roll in and it became like this little slot, like you could put a quarter in it. Not that we ever put quarters in it, but I guess if you had to put a quarter somewhere and you had no pockets, you could put it in there. I'm sorry. That's just gross. A little like disability humor there. Aaron would laugh at that. But anyway, it was just the size of a quarter. And we would keep going to wound care. Like every month, I would take him to the hospital. And we always got a new resident. Every single resident, whenever they meet you the first time, they're always really gung ho and they're like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, or we're going to use this dressing, whatever. They're so enthusiastic. Hi, Chloe, and hi, Bright Purple Viking. Nicole. Sorry, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Thank you. Yeah, he's home. Thanks. Oh, Gunnar didn't actually graduate. He just had his picture taken. But, at least he didn't drop out, so that's good. But anyhow, so they would always be so enthusiastic. And the thing was they'd always look at it and they go, oh, it's epithelializing because there was like epithelial, like skin tissue on the side. But it would only roll in. It would never like fill in and it would never cover, right? So we had to keep hearing this over and over again. And we tried all the wound care products. I mean, these were experts. This was plastics at the general. And they would tell us to pack it. And we did all that, but it wouldn't stay in because he's sitting. So the packing would always fall out. And the wound just kept going this way. It just kept rolling in. And this has been 20 years now. I've been patching up his hip. And, after 3 years of going to the general, or maybe just, yeah, like right around 3 years, and realizing that it seemed like he was blacklisted, we gave up because hi, Apple Jacks, and hi, Alan. Yeah, because we kept asking them to debride it, which is where you take off the tissue around the surface so that new, healthier tissue can grow and hopefully come, like together and the wound would fill in. And we kept asking for a bone scan because they kept saying probably there's infection in the bone and this is why it won't heal. We kept asking and they kept saying they were putting him on the list, but then I would go check and it wasn't done. And the third time they even had him sign all these papers and we're like, this time they're going to do it. And then I went back 3 months later, and like I said, I walked into the secretary's office, who I knew by name by that time, and she's like, he's not on the list. So we were just like, I think you're blacklisted. Like, they'll say one thing to your face and they'll do something else behind your back. Was it Staff, Woody? I'm not sure. Oh, Staff. You spelled it wrong though. It's Staph. No, it wasn't Staff. It was something called Morganella, I think. So yeah, like at that point we got really fed up. They were not doing anything for us. We kept going there, and it's your whole day. It's like the whole morning is taking a shower and getting dressed and then going up there for the clinic where you have an appointment. You just basically wait till they see you and you're kicking around there all afternoon, and then you're back by dinner. So it's like an entire day that he didn't appreciate being up there. Hi, Blue Butterfly. So we got fed up of having to go up to the hospital every month for absolutely nothing. So we decided to stop going because it was a freaking waste of time. And I said, well, we have the clinic. And at this point, I mean, look, after 3 years of doing his bandage, I started to become kind of an expert in what to do with this wound. Like whatever they could have taught me, they had already done it. I knew all the products. And he's had a lot of other wounds as well. And that's where I come in, because he needs this kind of supervision to make sure that wounds don't get out of control. And because I'm always there, I always nip them in the bud. Hi, Reg. Thank you. Yeah, prayers answered. So, we have someone there, but I mean, seriously, I have been taking care of all his wounds for 20 years. So, I mean, obviously, when you do something for 20 years, you start to know what you're doing, even though I don't have a paper. Because back in the day when I got hired, you didn't have to. Hi, Bella. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you made it. Hi, Blue. When you do something for 20 years, yeah, you learn how to do it. I mean, when I got hired, you didn't have to have a paper saying you'd taken the 6-month course, which, by the way, the 6-month home care course, I think they teach you like how to transfer the patient safely for them, but also for you so you don't destroy your back. How to wash the person. Obviously, I know how to do that. Foot care. I mean, do they even teach that? I don't know. We had home care graduates come and they could clean the house, go get the groceries, like run errands, make the bed, basically more housekeeping, do the laundry, and help him with his bathing, I think. And, if the person needs help with feeding, they would do that, but they don't do any of the medical stuff. So like I do all the home care stuff, but plus I do the nursing because I know how to do it. And this is normal. This is what happens, when you're in this kind of relationship. So, people were saying like he needs wound care. Yeah, wound care hasn't been very helpful. And then let me just tell you, like he had this one really bad wound on his ankle one time. It was a hole and it was like that deep. It was like literally just like a hole, like as if somebody had put a bullet into his ankle. And I was like, oh God, what is that? So of course I did make an appointment with the clinic and we did get an appointment with wound care. It took like 2 weeks to see his doctor to get the referral for wound care. It took another 2 weeks to see them. By the time we got into wound care, I had closed the thing. So yeah, I mean, wound care so far, I'm not impressed. He had like a really bad burn on his stomach one time. It went all the way through. It's like you have all these, layers of the epidermis and the dermis, and then under that you have like fat, and then you have muscle. I mean, this thing had gone all the way into the fat. It was a major burn. I closed that thing for him. I don't even think I took him in that time. And the wounds that he gets on his tailbone, like if you're paralyzed and you're sitting and you're leaning a lot, you get like wounds, but I'll catch them when it's just red, or it's just the skin starts to like break down. It starts to sort of separate and you get these little like cracks. As soon as you see that, it needs like a barrier and less pressure. Man, like we see those wounds, we just take care of them right away. And then the feet, usually I can manage the feet too. Actually, here's a funny thing. He had these really bad wounds on his toes, and he had this one, it was like a corn, but it had just gotten from, like, I don't know, pressure from his shoes or whatever. It got so bad, and we had a nurse come. Well, when I was in Europe, she was here and she wasn't concerned, but she couldn't close it. And it just wouldn't heal. I took him to the doctor. He prescribed an antibiotic ointment. I said, I think it's infected. The toe is swollen. Like, just give him some antibiotics. Well, fine, he wouldn't give it to him, but he had another old prescription kicking around. So he actually went ahead and took that one, because that's the one he usually uses for skin infections, and it cleared it. But why, because this doctor's been told don't overprescribe antibiotics, but that's supposed to mean, like, somebody comes in with a cold, you don't give them antibiotics. A chronic care patient with wounds, my humble opinion, give them the antibiotics, So he was a bit hesitant, but finally that's what it took. But we had a spare bottle, right? So the doctor, I went to see him and I asked him about wound care and debriding. Do you know what he did? He took me to the closet and gave me a couple scalpels and a couple styptics, which is, you use it to stop the bleeding. He's like, do it yourself. You can do it. And I could do it. I would be able to, and I've done it, like a little bit of debriding for. It's really not that hard for me, but I didn't want to do it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm up to here. Maybe if this was 2007, I'd be like, yeah, well, I'll debride it for you. But I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm so done. So I didn't do it. I just didn't want to deal with blood. I'm done. But he gave it to me because they know that I can do it. But anyway, here's what happened to that toe. So people kind of have said to me many times, why don't you move? Oh, thank you, Snoopy. I was feeling frumpy today, but thank you. So people have said to me, why don't you move? Okay, here's a very good example. And this was actually the night before I went out to the country. He calls me at 1 a.m. He's had some kind of accident with his foot and he's bleeding. So I'm here. So I go downstairs, and you know what it was? It was that corn that wouldn't heal that on that toe. Even after the antibiotics, the corn was still there. He somehow caught that thing on a bungee cord and ripped it right off, and it bled like crazy. And I was like, I know that wound so well. I literally know exactly which vein is in there doing that, because I know, like I could draw you a picture of what is going on inside his toe, because I've seen it so many times. And I was like, oh, I know this vein. And so like I cleaned it and bandaged it. I just did some compression, stopped the bleeding, taped him up, and he went to bed. But if I hadn't been there, he would have just wrapped some gauze on it and gone to bed, and God knows what. Maybe he would have bled out overnight. I don't know. He needs somebody to be there, I mean, this is rare for him to be bleeding, but I mean, whatever it is that happens, like if it was my toe, I would know what to do. But Arron, don't forget, he also had a brain injury, so he doesn't always make the best decisions, about what to do when things happen. Like I think when he burned himself, it took him a couple days to tell me, and I hadn't seen it because I guess he didn't take a shower the day before or whatever. So, and then he's like, yeah, I think I burnt myself. And I was like, oh my God, Oh, hi, Lincoln. I've been praying for your mom. Gunnar and I've been praying for your mom, Barbara, every day. So let me know how she's doing. Yeah, I know you told me she's been in the hospital. So anyway, he ripped that corn off, and it was probably the best thing that could happen to that foot. It debrided itself. I didn't even have to do it. It's like God intervened, just debrided the wound for me. And now it's pretty good. Like, it's pretty much healed. But holy crap. But anyway, so he's had this hip wound. That's a lot of history, right? But you know me, I like to talk. So this wound, okay, he's had it all this time. I take care of it, but it is a non-healing chronic wound. And because of the way he's sitting, like I say, the pressure keeps sending it this way. I tried packing it. The packing comes right back out because of the way he's sitting, and because the wound is like on this vertical side. And over the years, it just tunneled down more. And I didn't realize it had gotten that deep because I had given up packing it like a while ago. Like, it was completely pointless, I promise you. But it had like on the surface, it just still looked the same, but there was a corner underneath, which I did not know that had gone in. And I brought him in. They put their little swabs in there. Nobody noticed this. But anyway, the thing was, it had gotten deeper, or the infection, something was inside. We don't know. It was coming from the bone or it came from outside. It's a very unusual bacteria, Morganella. Apparently has a 15% fatality rate, which is kind of scary. But that's probably because it's usually a hospital acquired infection. And so the people that get it, usually they're pretty sick to begin with. So I'm just checking the comments, and I got a marketplace message too. Well, Pam, you say you couldn't do it, but actually, when it's the person that you love so much, it's like he's like my other half. Of course I'm gonna do it. But I think that I'm kind of cut out for this kind of thing, because I'd be like good at crime scene cleanup, because like things that gross people out don't bother me at all. I'm a very good cleaner. You can't tell with my apartment. That's different. That's a mess. But I'm very good with like all kinds of messes and stuff, and dealing with wounds. It doesn't bother me. Like, I could have been a pathologist or something, and like open dead bodies, and been a mortician. It wouldn't have bothered me at all. I would have loved that, actually. That would have been perfect for me, Don't have to deal with like the like interpersonal aspect, just the body. But anyway, like this thing won't heal, and so finally it just got that smell. That was a couple months ago. I brought him in. He did get antibiotics. And then, I told you a story. He went up to the hospital. They treated him like a threat to society because he had a scissors for repairing his orthotic glove, and they like ripped it out of his hand, and the whole security team like pounced on him. A freaking American. Hi. And it discouraged him. I think he feels like, because he looks dirty all the time because he's got his tire black all over him. It's like, when your mother said, don't bring your bicycle through the kitchen because it leaves marks. Well, those marks are on all over him, his clothes, his kitchen. You can't get away from that graphite, So he probably looks like a bit of a hobo. People give him change, and he's just sitting there for 2 seconds. Somebody give him $2, and maybe they looked at him and they clocked him as like a street person, and then maybe that's why they were so aggressive with him. No, Gunner, could you tell Aaron that I'm live right now and I can't come down? Find out what he needs, okay? Gunner, call your dad, please. Sorry, guys. I hope he doesn't need anything from me right now. Not when I'm live. You guys notice it's always like when I'm live, he's calling. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so where was I? So, yeah, like, anyway, there was this bacteria in the wound. We got it treated with antibiotics. We thought it was okay. And then the smell came back. So I brought him right away to the clinic. And this time they sent him for an x-ray. Like, I made him go. And you guys saw the picture. It looks horrible, It looks really bad in there, but, it is what it is. As long as he stays alive, let's put it that way. But the doctor called me the next day, and she was like, this is very serious. He needs to go to emergency right away. She thought it was an abscess in there. She said it's producing gas, and she said it was like a real serious infection. And when I heard gas, I was like, wow, like the whole room started spinning. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose him. I was so like, it was like everything didn't feel real. I was like going into shock right away, and I was like, oh my God, stay strong. It's going to be okay. Trust the Lord. I told Gunner too. Gunner was worried. I was like, listen, like God has a plan for our lives, and just hang in there. Like, it'll be okay in some way, So we rushed him up there, and no delay. And the good thing was that when they did the CT scan, well, they gave him the IV antibiotics right away because he did have this infection. But they found on the CT he did not have an abscess. There was an infection in there, but the gas was not from this infection producing gas, which would have been horrible. It was just the air coming in. We were like, yay, praise the Lord. We were so happy. And no abscess, which was weird because on the x-ray they saw an abscess. So no abscess, thank God. That would have been really bad. But it made us all like so grateful that he was okay. Like, we love him so much, and sometimes you're like caught up doing things and you don't spend enough time with each other. And I remember driving home and being like, oh my God, what would I do without him? Like, I just love him so much. He's just my other half, and we're a team. And I was like, no, 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 this can't be happening. Oh, it was so scary. It was awful. Because, like being disabled like he is, there's always this risk of like a shorter life expectancy. And I, I'm aware of that, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to lose him. Like, no, I'm not ready to let him go. So, and for Gunner too, like, it's not just me. I mean, I would be, if I lost Aaron, it would be like a hole that could never be filled. Like, it would be like there's no one else like him in my life, you know? It's really like he's my other half. We even kind of look alike in a way, right? Uh, if he was gone, like no one could ever take his place. I would never love any man again, ever. That's it. I would be like, I would just stay single. I would never, no one could replace him. It's impossible. It'd be one of those things where, like, if I ever met another man after, I'd always be comparing him to Aaron, and it'd be like impossible. Aaron is paraplegic, T4, which is like the fourth thoracic vertebra. So you have 6 in your neck, and you have 12 in your thoracic spine, and he's 4, which is high. So technically he should be completely paralyzed from above the nipples, from like here. He should have his arms and no feeling from like here down. Lucky for him, it's what they call incomplete paralysis. So he actually has feeling like all the way to like here in the front, like to the first stomach muscle. He can use all these muscles up to the first one. And does it go higher or lower in the back? I forget. It's higher on one side and lower on the other. It's a long time since we talked about it, so I forget. And then here he has like some awareness, but he can't move it and he can't feel on the skin. He says I was rubbing his back here, like on the sacrum area today, and he says he can feel it like a 5%, like just the faintest little, like something's there, but I don't know what it is. So if he gets like a pain somewhere, he can feel that there's a pain, but he's got this way of like knowing. But like from here down, this is like I think there's like nothing. There's no feeling, even though that part of his legs are very skinny. But he is paralyzed from here down. Like he cannot move this at all. And if he's sitting, like he wouldn't feel his body. But if I was like touching him, or if like there was pain, like there's something going on there. It's not 100% completely dead, which is why he's not skinny. Like he doesn't have the skinny legs. So that's the paralysis. And the right hand, this was actually a separate accident. He got what they call Saturday night paralysis. It's where people would get drunk and then they'd like fall asleep with their arm over like a bench or something, and it cuts off like your blood supply and the nerve in here for so long that your arms, actually it's compartment syndrome. So the muscles are in compartments, and there's like, I guess, pressure coming in and out. And if you do that, the pressure starts to build up in the muscle, and then the muscle starts to like die, sort of like you start to metabolize it. They can pick it up with like a blood test. And his arm like blew up like Popeye. They had to cut it and open the compartment of the muscle and leave it open for the pressure to go down. And he lost like most of the use of his hand. Like he can't, what can he do? He can do this, and he can only open his fingers to about here. So his hand does this, and I think like some of the fingers don't work at all. And for his thumb, I think the thumb had like retracted completely, and it was like completely like atrophied like this. They had to take a bone from his hip and put it in there to like make his thumb. I mean, his hand is like as damaged as if he had been quadriplegic. So sometimes when people see that he's affected in 3 limbs, they think he's quadriplegic, But he just had 2 accidents. So yeah, that was like it. What happened was he just took his prescription medication, but he fell asleep in his wheelchair, and the chair had armrests, and he fell asleep like this with his arm over the armrest or whatever. And that's what did it. So that's why he never will have an armrest on his chair again. And then the brain injury was from accidents. Actually, he was in a coma, and he was on life support, and he had a tube in his like a breathing tube, you know, with the ventilator. And they said that there was no brain activity. We like to joke that there still is no brain activity sometimes. And he's cool with that, you know. Like he's not sensitive. People are too sensitive these days. We're like, yeah, still no brain activity. But anyway, he was in this coma, and it was the kind where they will usually like say, does he have an organ donor card? Although you don't want Aaron's organs, God knows what was in them, you know. But like that's where it was at. And it was like at the level where people go like, maybe we should just pull the plug, you know. They talk about like no meaningful brain activity. Now apparently they have like come to realize that there were like different levels of coma. So there was, you know, full awareness and consciousness, and they used to call it like a vegetative state, but now that has been split into two, where they have something called a minimally conscious state, which at the time when this happened, probably they didn't have that. But there are some people that they look like they're completely unaware, but they actually can hear you and feel, but they cannot move at all, and they can't like talk or whatever. And they're in a minimally conscious state. But some people who have come out of that said that they could hear everything and they had full consciousness. Well, I mean, awareness, you know, they weren't vegetating, you know, it just looked like it. So, oh, no problem, JC. How does an armrest do that? Well, you know, it's kind of like, let's see, how would he have been? Slumped over like this? But I mean, I guess the armrest was higher though, it was a wheelchair armrest. So slumped over, like sleeping in his chair. I don't know. Passed out with his tranquilizers. And yeah. Oh, your cousins. Oh, still in a coma. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope they come out. Well, Aaron was in this coma for 3 days. And he always told me that Lara, you know, my friend Lara, the nurse with the red hair, that Lara was there at his bedside the whole time. And she sang to him for 3 days. And he says that she sang so badly that he finally woke up. Because he did wake up after 3 days. He just like busted out of that coma, ripped the ventilator tube out of his throat. And he was tied to the bed, and he's paralyzed, half, you know. And he was strong though. He was so agitated that he managed to like rock that bed all the way across the room. I was just visiting with Lara the other day, and she was telling me how he started cursing out the nurses and stuff when he came out of that coma, you know. So he came out, but he couldn't talk right. He was all like, he said he had to like relearn how to talk, you know. But look at him, you know, he has had a whole life since then. I mean, this must have been in the 90s, you know. I wasn't around for that. But I'm glad they didn't unplug him, because look, you know, he changed my life, and it's because of him that we have our beautiful son. So I've thought often, like, yeah, you know, maybe don't be so quick to give up hope, because it does happen. People come out, but he was only in it for 3 days, you know. Like, I think when it's 3 years, it's less likely, you know. But I'm glad they didn't go, oh, look, no brain activity. Let's donate those kidneys. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Melanie. He's a legend. Yeah, he sure is. I like to say he's a local icon. Aaron is a total legend, man. He's such a badass. I have a lot of respect for him. Oh, you had rotator cuff surgery after falling asleep with your left arm behind your head for 8 hours? The surgery didn't fix it in 2016 and left you with paralysis in your left hand. No shit. Well, that's basically what happened to Aaron. Sorry about your hand. That sucks. We know obviously what that's like to live with a messed up hand, but you know, Aaron's happy to have a hand, at least. Better than no hand, right? So anyway, he was in the hospital overnight. They had given him those IV antibiotics, then they gave him the oral ones. And when they saw there was no abscess, they gave us the good news and they let him out. And since he's out, he's been taking his antibiotics very carefully. And you know, I really want to make sure this doesn't happen again. And we think that we might know how it got infected, and it wasn't really anything that I did. It was just more something that, well, it's just the way he does certain things, that something got contaminated, and so we're trying to figure out a better way. Um, so we're like sort of, anyway, we're looking for better solutions, because I see disabled people like the channels here, like those famous channels like Cole and Charisma, for example. Of course, those people have a lot of money. Like, for example, the bathroom is a lot better. If I showed you his bathroom, you'd be like, oh my God, how is this even possible? You would not believe his bathroom. It looks really just dilapidated and not wheelchair friendly. And that's where, he has to take care of all his hygiene. And yeah, it's not even about me cleaning it. It's just the way that it's made and what he has to do. It's not really suitable, but that's what we have to work with. But yeah, I've seen other channels. I see how people deal with things. They're much more organized, like garlic and turmeric. Well, he drinks some kind of a special concoction every single day, which has apple cider vinegar and a whole bunch of other stuff. He like makes his own cocktails, But you know what? Before he got these antibiotics, he was really like run down. And I was concerned, like this weird, like he was very like tired all the time, and he just wasn't himself, and now he seems a lot better since he had the antibiotics. So it could just, yeah, honey, there's honey in there too. It could just be that like this infection was just sort of taking a toll on him. But you know what though? Even though he has all these problems, other than that, he's ridiculously healthy. I mean, he's 64 years old. He has no diabetes. He has no heart issues. I think because all his life he was very active. Like, I don't mean active like I'm active, like I get out and do my shopping. I mean physically like athletic, You guys seen the pictures of him? Wait, can I show you a picture of him when he was a bit younger? So he was doing a lot of cardio because, the metro is not accessible, and it's partly accessible now, but generally the transportation is not that accessible. And so he was pushing himself up these huge hills always with his bare strength. And so he got very strong. Plus he has weights at home. And I think he just did an enormous amount of cardio. So they'd listen to his heart, and it's like nice and slow, like an athlete, So yeah, like he has no issues, Yes, it's like a fire cider, but not as intense. Oh shit, maybe that's why his teeth keep falling out. Oh my God, just realized. Maybe that, because he had like 4 teeth missing. He had a partial, and then like the teeth started coming out. Oh no. I want to get him those like dentures where they like put the screws in and then you just snap it in, but I can't afford it. I took him to see the dentist, and he said it was like $40,000 or something, and I was like, oh well, let's go home. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, let me show you a picture of him though. Hold on. I think he's gonna kill me because I was supposed to go. Wait, let me just check with Gunner. Gunner, did Daddy say what he wanted me to come down for? Was it something urgent? Ah, he left his chocolate on the floor. You guys, Aaron was calling me because he left his chocolate on the floor. So spoiled. Call your little helper to come pick up your chocolate. Pick your chocolate up yourself. I thought, oh no, it's something again, like he needs help with something. The chocolate. No, he doesn't take that much naproxen. He doesn't really take a lot of painkillers. They used to have him on morphine, but he's like, I'm sick of this shit, and he just got off it. Actually, what happened was he stopped, like he was like taking it like less and less, and then he had an appointment at the pain clinic to like renew it, and he didn't. No, they didn't tell him this, but it expires after 2 years. You have to go and get reassessed, or they won't renew. And if you don't go, you lose your place at the pain clinic. But he didn't know. So he'd been there patient for 2 years, but he didn't really go up there much. They're like, yeah, here's some, what did they give? Here's some Cadian, like 10 milligrams Cadian and like 5 milligrams Statix. And he took it for a while and I didn't like him on it. He was very negative, I found. Like everywhere we went, he was like, listen to the music they play in here. It's not like the good music we used to have and blah, music these days. He's like a cranky old man. And I was like, listen, your drugs are turning you into a cranky old grandpa. Maybe you should get off and get really defensive and be like, you don't know what you're talking about, you know? So I kept my mouth shut and I just prayed that one day, like something would happen, you know? But I don't know, he started cutting down and then he went to refill his prescription, but he went late and they were like, it's run out. And then he tried to get a new one from the pain clinic and they were like, well, you missed your appointment. You were supposed to come in every 2 years and you didn't show up. And that was like 2 months ago. Because he had like, he wasn't taking all those pills. So he had some left over, you know, so it took a couple months. And they're like, yeah, you're not a patient here anymore. You need a new referral. And then it's like a 2-year wait list. And he's like, fuck you guys, you know. I don't need your drugs. So that was it. You know, that was the end of that. No more painkillers. Who needs them anyway? You know what I mean? So here's Arron when he was young. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. You guys can see why I was totally crazy about him. Look how cute. Doesn't he look like a cute little Bon Jovi? See those muscles? And was so handsome. That's what he didn't look quite like that the first time I met him, or the first time I saw him. His hair wasn't all ratty like that. His hair was like long and silky. I'm just letting you get a good look at him. The ladies always loved him. Look at his chest. See, look how perfect he looks there. And look at his arms. See how fit? Yeah. So this was him in his 30s. This was his dog Cougar, who was 13 years old when he died around 2008. This was like 2005. So how old is he? Wait, no, that can't be right. Oh, no, wait. No, we had Gunner. Wait, 2008. Oh, 1995. So this was like right around 94, 95. So Arron was like in his early 30s. Such a babe, right? I mean, come on. Like, if you thought, I would never go out with a guy in a wheelchair. Yeah, but what if he looks like this? You know what I mean? So cute. Oh my God. Such a babe. That's my baby. Oh my, look at his face with his cigarette there. He's got that intense look on his face. So Arron. And like all that gear, like the leather suspenders and leather pants. Oh no, he's wearing something else. But this isn't like for style. This was all functionality. I know, cute, right, Pam? Such a doll. And his hair was so beautiful, like this light blonde color. But anyway, that's him in his 30s. He was absolutely ripped. And then by the time that we got together and he was in his 40s, he was a tank. I mean, he gained a lot of weight when I met him. He was kind of fat, you know, but he's still like super buffed. And he'd been in the hospital. He lost a bit of it. And then when he'd get out, he'd just start working out like crazy, you know. So he is just really fit, you know. Bad boy sensibilities. I know, but you know what's the cool thing about this bad boy? He's really sweet. He's a total badass. But he's not an idiot, you know what I mean? He doesn't do any bad things. Like, I don't have to worry about him, like, blowing my money at the casino or having hookers over or nothing, you know? And he's nice to me, you know? He's a good guy. But yeah, so he's in super good shape. No health issues. But he is getting all kinds of arthritis and, like, carpal tunnel in his left hand. He actually needs a surgery. But the problem is we don't know how is he going to manage. And it looks like Gunner, right? Yeah. We don't know how we would manage. Like, if you have surgery on your arm, but you're walking, is okay. Is he a water sign? Actually, he's on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. So, like, almost a water sign, I guess. 21st of January. So yeah, like, if you're walking and you lose the use of your arm, you can manage. But he's paralyzed in 3 limbs. Well, 2 limbs, and this is a bum hand. He needs his arm. If he doesn't have his arm, how am I going to get him in his chair? And how is he going to push himself? He can't push himself. What am I supposed to do? I can't be there 24 hours a day. What's he going to do? Lie in bed for 6 weeks? It's like not doable. I have to take care of, yeah, you need your arms for transfer. And he can't even push himself. So we said, well, can he get an electric wheelchair temporarily? And they're like, the government wouldn't provide you with that. You'd have to pay for it. I was like, fuck, I don't care. I'll pay for it. But how are we going to get him in the chair? How's he going to get in and out of his bed? How's he going to get in the shower? We don't know. We don't have any answers. So, yeah, a lift, I know. But you have to get the lift. And I have to operate. Well, we can probably get a lift from the clinic. But I would have to operate this lift. He wouldn't be able to do anything on his own. I'd have to get him. I'm in Aries. Oh, your friend is needs shoulder surgery and they're in a chair too. Well, let me know what they're planning to do. Because what we'd do is we'd have to get a lift, and I would have to put him in the sling, operate the lift to get him in and out of his bed. And I guess he'd be having sponge baths because I don't think he could get in the shower. But I'd have to rent him an electric chair because he wouldn't be able to use his chair. It's just complicated, you know. And we'd have to time this with the surgery. I think the best thing, because it's too intensive for me, because even if he has a lift and an electric chair, I would have to be there like a lot. I don't know. I just don't feel like I can handle it. Well, thank you, Lug Spinner. Well, I feel like we're going through a better time now because he's not losing his leg or staying in the hospital. He's okay. He's getting shots into his arm muscle. What is it? Like a prednisone or something? Like a steroid or something? Those lifts are not easy, really? I mean, I've seen them do it at the rehab. I don't feel like I'm up for it, you guys. Honestly, I just don't feel like I can handle that. I've got I have to take care of Gunner too. He's not like independent. I have to take care of like everything for him. I'm sure that like, you know, if I wasn't there to see my mom for a couple of weeks, it would be okay. But Gunner needs a lot from me. I have to cook for everyone. I have to do all the shopping anyway. I have to do all the laundry. I have to run all the errands. I drive Gunner back and forth from school every day. I have to like motivate Gunner to get him to do anything and take care of Arron. And then on top of that, I'm going to have to be there all the time or he can't do anything. Cortisone. Oh, cortisone. Oh, right. Not prednisone. Cortisone. Yeah, it's Corti. C-O-R-T-I. Cortisone. The way you spelled it, I started to read it like you were going to say they were putting Quaalude shots or something. That doesn't even exist anymore. Yeah, cortisone. Cortisone, the problem with that is it works for a while and then you get a rebound. And if you do it for a really long time and you stop, you can have a really bad rebound. Some people are like really screwed after a while. I think he had a cortisone shot once. Normal bone to work with? Well, in his arm, he has normal bone. It's carpal tunnel. It's like really bad all the way. So the problem is, no, I'm not single. Not at all. So, yeah, the right hand is like partly paralyzed and the left arm, because the carpal tunnel, it goes numb. So that's a problem. Like when you're paralyzed with 3 limbs and then your only good limb starts going numb. It's not good. So anyway, I guess, yeah, we'd have to get the lift and all that, but I feel like it's just too much for me, really. I'm afraid I'm just gonna have like a complete breakdown. Hi, Victor. Mateo, no. No, go see my videos with Arron. That's my man. We've been together 20 years and inseparable. So, yeah. Sorry. Any new cool finds? Respite care. Wait, I'll tell you what the finds meant. Respite care. Well, you know what? Respite involves, like, nobody's going to do what I do. Like, when you have caregivers from the CLSE, they come for like 1 or 2 hours a day. They don't do all the stuff that I do. Nobody does that. I mean, we can have a nurse, you know. We used to, when I went to Europe, I had a caregiver who came and replaced me, but she was there like a couple hours a day. She didn't do as much as I do. She didn't like deal with his finances, rent subsidy, taxes, landlord stuff, you name it. Like she didn't deal with that. Um, she just like kept some order and like helped him run his errands, because yeah. Um, she didn't like organize all his appointments and his medications, like that level of responsibility. Like, no, they don't do that. They also don't deal with stuff like catheters. I mean, I remember even like we I think we hired someone from an agency once, and she's like, "Oh no, I don't do that." They hold on a second. Whoops, wait. Damn it. Ah, stupid thing. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry guys, just give me one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, there we go. Blocked. Bye, fuckers. I'm not dealing with trolls tonight. You fucking troll me, you get blocked immediately. Um. So yeah. So like for respite, okay, CLSC and whatever coming here, it's not really a good option. Agencies also remember the funding that he has. It covers only $19 an hour. Nurses, they like from the agencies they charge like 30, 35, and so you have to pay the whole difference. So that's quite expensive. And I don't know if you can like split. I don't think you can, and you can't like split it. Like here you get $20 from this fund, and then the rest comes out of our pocket. I don't know how that works. I think with a private person you can. Like Laura does that. She's private home care, and she gets like paid some, with Alposhek, and then some of it is paid outside of that. But with the agencies, it's like it has to be like one pay, whatever. Anyway, that's not really an option. The other option is for him to go somewhere, like to have to stay somewhere. But Aaron, he's a real free spirit. He wants to go and do his thing. He doesn't really want to. He doesn't want to go somewhere. I mean, would you want to go somewhere? Would you want to go and live at like a rehab facility and eat institutional food and not have all your stuff with you? And like, what are you gonna do? Like, bring your laptop, hope nobody steals it? I mean, it's complicated. It's not so simple. Life is complicated when you're disabled, definitely. And it's hard to get home care also. Like he's lucky as me, I'm lucky to have this because there are people that need like 4 visits from a caregiver per day. Some people, they need somebody to get them out of bed and get them set up, and then they need someone to do something else in the afternoon, then they need to put them in bed. Maybe they need 3 visits, and then nobody's going to come over for $19. I get paid $19 an hour. Who do you know who's going to, déplace themselves and go somewhere for $19? Nobody does it. So you have to like book them for like 2 hours at a time. So you have to use 2 hours of your fund to like reserve that person. Maybe if you can get someone to come over for $38. So it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to just get replacements. So, but he's okay for now, and we do what we can. Okay, what else did you guys want to see? Hold on a second. Like there's people that comment, and I don't know if maybe they're not trolling me, but I'm talking about something really serious, and I don't really feel like having a bunch of people distracting me, because that's all it is. It's just distracting and like derails a conversation. So I'm just blocking people. I'm sorry if I block you and you don't deserve it, but if you try to like derail the conversation, I will block you because I'm not in the mood. Yeah, well, yeah. The level of care I give is equivalent to that of a licensed nurse, aide, physical therapist. I'm really like, yeah, like a personal aide or whatever. Not a nurse. I mean, although I do, give him his medication, but I just do that as his partner, that's normal. Um, but I mean, yeah, like I never went to the school for caregivers. If I went, it would be a joke for me. It'd be so easy. I know all that stuff. I've thought of it sometimes. Oh, I should get my certification. And I looked into it, and it's like you have to do 600 or 800 hours. And God, it would be so boring and easy for me. I'm sure it'd be a breeze. But I just felt like, oh, what for? I could do something else, like run a reselling business. That's what I've been doing. Was I supposed to block someone, Pam? Uh, okay, Gabriel, I should block him. Hey, a freaking American, can I make you moderator? And maybe Pam also. I mean, all you guys, I can make you all moderators. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make you a moderator, freaking American, because I trust you. And Pam, I'm gonna make you a moderator too. There we go. It's so I have more stuff to do. Thanks, guys. Block away because it's distracting for me if I have to manage the freaking chat. Well, let's go ahead and block them. Thanks. I don't know where they all come from. Hi, Emily. Um. So yeah, like I sorry I wasn't here all week. I was working really hard on my Poshmark, which was going super well. Well, Belle, I think it's kids, but I don't want to talk about them, because whatever, it's just it's a waste of time. And I've been very patient with them, but this dialogue has become tiresome. Thank you guys. I know you'll use your powers for good. So where was I? I I've been working a lot on Poshmark. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've completely grown this business. Okay, I'm not to brag, okay? Not this isn't to brag. If anything, this is just to encourage you. Um, that you can also start a business and you can do this. It's not hard. So like you guys remember last year when I started, there was 1 month where I had literally one sale. And guys, please block. Block for me. Don't make me do it. It's too much work. I would have like one sale, maybe two or three. I was making very little money. Now I'm getting like 60 to 70 sales a month. And it's like over $2,000 in sold merchandise. I mean, that's not including my cost of goods and Poshmark's 20% and the shipping discounts, but just to give you an idea of how much I've grown this from like it was just this little thing to like literally a second business because I don't make money on YouTube. So I think I made like $30, last month. Like it's just nothing. So obviously I had to put my energy in there. I can't just be messing around making videos, because I have to take care of my family, right? And I'm gonna lose the child support. Pam, you have to like not just delete the message, you have to hide the user from the channel. Then they're gone. Um, yeah, because Gunner's child support runs out when he turns 18. So I had to replace that. That was the motivation. And so I've just been working really, really hard on it. Um, I run a reselling business. Thanks, Pam. Yeah. I sold a beautiful little boho rattan bag. I love those little box bags. and it was like a little round box, and it was like all white rattan, and then like a little leather strap. So cute. I knew it was gonna sell. I knew. I know. Thank you. I'm trying. Yeah, I went to the Poshmark event. That was cool. They had another one in Toronto. I could have like gone, but I would have to like pay to go to Toronto, and I'm not going to drive there. It's 6 hours, so I don't want to fly either. I don't know. It would have been fun, but I was like, no, okay, I'll skip this one. Maybe if they had one in Ottawa, I'd probably go though. But yeah, that was cool. So wait, what did I sell today? A beautiful brand new Zara little triangle swimsuit, really cute, new with tags. And I sold the Ed Hardy jacket that I'd had since like last year. Ed Hardy Y2K red leather jacket. Sorry guys. And actually I sold it for 65, but I was just like, take it. Because I have a lot of new, like, I'm trying to like have things that people want, So I had this jacket, but Ed Hardy is not the most popular thing. You do see people selling them usually for 100 or more, but I was just tired of having it, and I was like, yeah, take it. Well, let me just check this thing here. Is it still plugged in? Okay. Let me just close this. Oh, I sold one of the Zara Marine straight jeans. I was so excited when I found them. They were, oh, you saw one like that? Oh, Chloe, Nicole, it was so cute. It was like this little box, like the side was like that, and then the front was like round like this, lined with cloth. It was really nice. Oh, how do you buy from my Poshmark? Well, you have to be in Canada, first of all. I can give you the link though. Let me show you. No, that's not it. Okay, let's see. Where is this thing? Invite friends. Okay. Okay, let's see. Copy. I'll give you my referral link. But yeah, you have to be in Canada. I've got really nice stuff. Yeah. Yeah, my business is doing really well. I'm very happy. Yeah. Like at this point, like it has replaced Ham. We have a thing. It has replaced YouTube because before, like I cannot live on the home care. I get $19 an hour and I get 28 hours a week. It's a lot for home care, but it's not a lot for living off. It's really not that much. It's a part-time job. So I always have to have a second income. And it would be very hard for me to take a job somewhere outside because I have all this responsibility here and I'm like on call for 2 people who need me all the time. Yeah, you can shop on Poshmark, Chloe, but you have to be in Canada. Sorry, because Poshmark doesn't do cross-border. So yeah, like I needed to find something that I could do from home and that I could do on my time, and I didn't want to be like I'm qualified as a teacher. I have a degree and everything, but I didn't want to be like setting up classes and relying on other people. I have taught piano before. I hated it. Waiting for people and it just sucks up your time, and then they're like, oh, I have to go to the bank machine, and no. I mean, it works for Jana, but that's because she's associated with the university, but I'm not going to teach piano. And I felt like I got the runaround doing that. I don't want to teach English either. It's just such a pain. And art, I mean, I have a degree in art education. I could teach art, but I don't want to. What am I going to do? Like set up lessons and have little groups? And no, it's really not my thing. I'm really more of an entrepreneur and I like fixing stuff. I mean, yeah, I did go to art school and I can paint, but I don't really, my heart's not in it. So this works for me. I like selling. It's good. I really like it. And I like restoring the clothes. I'm just looking if there's anything I can show you. Oh, well, I'll show you a bag that I restored. This was pretty cool. This one was actually from my mom's boutique that she had back in the 60s, and I inherited this. But you would not believe the shape that it's in. And it wasn't in this shape when I got it. But look at it now. Look, this is like a vintage, made in Italy. And it's like 1960s mod. Look how cute it is. And it's like all perfect. I restored it. It's beautiful. So that was in my store. That's like a very vintage piece. And yeah, crazy thing. It's like still new with tags because she never sold it. It's got a bit of a basement smell. It says made in Italy. Fines. Color blocking. Yeah, it's color block. Yeah, it's cute, right? But when I got it, it had like stains on it, and it was also completely like all warped and folded. But I learned so much in the last year of like about restoring things and different techniques that you can use. And I know a freaking American, I know it's crazy. I don't know what's up with that. Like this never used to happen. But yeah, hold on, let me put this away. Yeah, I really enjoy restoring. Like I'm really good at, you know, fixing things. Oh, wait. I'll show you one that I got recently. Where is she? Oh yeah, here they are. Okay, I'll show you some of my favorites. Okay, this I am absolutely sure this is gonna sell. This is like, it's a beach cover up and it's from J. Crew and it's cotton. It's like a textured cotton and it's really cute. Ah, you can't see me now. Hold on. Oops. Okay, so like textured, tiered cotton. Could be preppier, could be boho, but it's just really beautiful. It's very simple and it's just a perfect thing for the beach, you know. Want to cover up after you went swimming, and it looks nice enough that you could cover up and then you could go do your shopping or whatever, go have your lunch and you're not walking around in your swimsuit. And I had another one like this. You guys might remember the one from Zara, and I sold that one. And the girl messaged me after and she said, it's so beautiful. I feel like an angel in it. I was really happy to hear that she was so happy. Okay, now I've got two gorgeous dresses here. These are really special. This one, they're delicate. This is a linen blend from Zara with a halter neck. And then it's sort of like, sorry about the double chin, but it's like ruched on the side here. And it's a maxi. And it's got a slit. And then in the back, it has macrame, which is really cool and unusual. And it's just perfect. I don't know why it was in the thrift store. I think maybe the tag just fell off. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't really know why it was there. Sometimes I think the tag falls off and to get rid of it I don't know why, but anyway, it's perfect. It's really stunning. And then there was this one. I'm pretty proud of this one. So this is a Zara dress. Hold on a second. This one's a little complicated. Okay, so it's got spaghetti straps in the front. And look at this gorgeous ruffle that it has, like a kind of crossing ruffle all the way down. And I think, yeah, a slit in the front, really high. And then it's lined with this nice sort of dusty pink. And then in the back, it has a very unusual back. You can't see it too well like this, but the straps will actually cross. And then you see the back has like, it's like, it's not just one solid piece, it's like two, and they're on the string, and so it's adjustable. When it's being worn, it looks different. I guess you can't tell just like this what it looks like, but it is really, really gorgeous. It's kind of cut out. It's in perfect condition. But you know what? Why they had it? One of the straps came off. But my sewing skills are so good that honestly, I wouldn't even know which one it was. Looking at it, I honestly couldn't tell you. Oh, maybe was it this one? This one has a couple of stitches there on the inside. It must have been this one, but like I put these straps in so well that you can't even tell. I mean, I'm thinking it's that one. It's really hard to tell. I can't even tell. Well, yeah, because this one doesn't show. Anyway, nobody would notice that. It's on the inside. Okay, how did I have this? I'm not sure how I had it. But yeah, that one's gorgeous, and this one too. I mean, they're Zara, so they don't sell for very much, but you know what? They do sell. So they're pretty quick sales usually. And I got this one. This one is a Free People. It's a very nice velvet. And it's like a kind of, yeah, you have to be a bombshell to wear them. Yeah, and they're both, I think they're size small, or maybe the green one's a medium. Yeah, you like that, Pam? I thought they were just stunning. This one's really cute. It's sort of like a, you know, pleated or whatever. I personally wouldn't want to have something under my armpit. Like that would bother me, but as long as you don't mind, that's got that. But also this is a extra small, and I'm definitely not extra small. And I found this, which I thought was cool. It's from Royal Underground, so it's kind of goth, you know. It's got this thing in the back. It's like a tiered lace mini skirt. I thought it was pretty cool, very unusual, you know. Like it's got a lot of detail and it's high quality. It's an expensive brand. It's the first time I picked it up. We'll see what happens. And this is from a Montreal designer called Marilyn Baril, and it's very, very high quality. But I think it's a strange shape, you know. It's unusual, and I think that it's kind of like a log and look style, you know, like loose and layers. So you'd probably wear it with like a long, like flowy skirt, you know, because it is high in the front and then long in the back, and actually a bit like pleated. And these are um it's almost like a chenille material that these dots are made out of, but it's just such high quality. That's why I picked it up. It's got a zipper. This is a medium. Oh, why do I get things in small sizes? You know what? I don't really. I try always, as much as possible, I try to get the larger sizes. Um, it's just I don't always find it. And I did find this April Cornell swimsuit, which actually fits me. And I had another swimsuit that was really gorgeous, and it was like this, a swim dress. And I sold it because it was just a tiny bit tight on me. And I also thought, "Oh, I'm not going to wear a dress when I go to the pool, you know?" And then I kind of regretted it because it was like the best swimsuit I've ever seen. I told you about it. It was like sweetheart neckline, tons of tummy control, and then a cute little skirt. It was just gorgeous, and had a bow here, and it was like a floral pattern. And then I found April Cornell, which I also really love. And I'd say this is a bit of a granny swimsuit, kind of, but really, really nice pattern on it. So let me know what you think. Um, oh, I'll show you some of my larger dresses, but you might have seen them before. I'm always looking for XL and XXL, that's for sure, because they're hard to find. This is a Zara. This one is what, XL? Yeah, this is the goddess dress, which I love. I wish I could wear it. Still hasn't sold. And this one is nice too. This is also XL, I think. Oh, this is a large. It's kind of a goddess dress too. It's like a mesh, stretchy mesh. And it just has like this little, whoops, oh no, my goddess dress. It's got a little rough patch on one of the hips. I don't know how this happened. Where is it? I can't even find it. It has a flaw, but it's like, I'd have to, oh, I think here. You see this? Like, you can maybe kind of see, it's a bit rough there. It's hard to tell. I love the goddess dress. This is my favorite. I better really watch out though. I don't even want to handle them because I don't want to get like one little mark and the whole thing is screwed and I'll be cleaning again. That'd be terrible. Okay, I have them sort of organized by brand here. Okay, so this is Sarah here. Let me see if there's anything else that you should see. What's this? Oh yeah, okay. Sometimes I have things and I don't even remember. I don't even remember getting it. Oh yes, there's this. This is nice. This is Karen Millen, but it's not that big. It's like a size 8 or something. And actually it goes this way. And then it's like cut out in the back. This is a really high quality dress. And this is Liberty Art Fabrics, Liberty London. So it's like a super high quality print. And this one, that's a size 12. I'm thinking now, wait a minute, is that British size 12? That would, no. I have it listed as a size 12. Wait a minute. No, but I think, no, it is a size 12 because it fits me. Okay. Don't want to have the wrong size. That would be a big disaster if it sells. You know, I have this one dress, which I haven't listed yet. Where is it? Wait, what's this? I have something else here. There's something long here. I don't even remember what it is. Oh, this is great. Oh, I always look for this brand, Wilfred. The Wilfred sells. The pink floral. Oh, the one with the ruffle, Bella. No, I sold a ton, Misty. No, I sell like, I don't know, like I think I sold like 70 items last month. Like I sold a ton of stuff. Do you know how much 70 pieces of clothing is? I'm not sure how much is on this rack, but I'd say it's probably like a good 2 racks like that at least. There's a lot. I sell a lot of jeans, but like as soon as I sell them, like I get more. Yeah, Wilfred, Aritzia, yeah, Aritzia sells really well. And this is really cute. It's the first time I found a jumpsuit. Now I probably won't get very much. You know, I'm not going to make $100 off it, but what did I pay for it? Probably not that much. I think I paid about $7.50 for it because I had a coupon. So that's pretty good. So for me to get like about $28 for it, I think I'd have to sell it for like $35, which I'm pretty sure I could do. And yeah, I got these also. These are really cute. Aritzia. This is Wilfred Free, and this one too. These are all Wilfred little. You know what's good about the Wilfred? You say, oh, but it's just a plain cardigan. But the material is such high quality. I have this one Babaton, which is another Aritzia sub-brand, long sleeve shirt. It normally I like shirts that have something a little special, a little embroidery or something. But this is just the most plain shirt. But the fabric is so good. It's just so soft and it's just such high quality. So it is a really good brand. So this one too, like it's a really good quality fabric. And this one is a turtleneck with just like a little sort of ruffling around the edge. Very, very nice quality fabric. Like this is no Walmart stuff. You know, you can just tell when you feel things, you can tell if it's made with something good like viscose or something. No polyester or very little of it. And then I got this. You guys might find this interesting. This is a Korean brand that I'd never heard of. I saw this hanging there and it looks very vintage, like 1940s, right? What do you think? Hi, Wendy. Yeah, Steve Jobs vibes. Well, with a little extra though. This is cool, right? I saw it and I was like, "What is that?" It's so 1940s. It's like, oh no, what's this? Why does it have a line there? Okay, that's not for me. That's from just when they folded it to for me to take it home. The label says raw style, and I thought that is not a name that they would have used in the 40s. They just didn't use names like that, even though the tag looks vintage. And the thing, but then I was like, what kind of material is it? It feels like rayon, and rayon is tricky. Like, you sometimes you can't even wash it. I mean, I have washed some rayon things, but it changes the shape. Like if it's pleated rayon, you have to dry clean it. Or if it's like rayon with a lining, you have to dry clean it, because the rayon and what's under won't respond to the water the same way, and it's going to deform it. I've seen this happen. I practice a lot, and I've learned a lot of things. I thought this was super cool, and I took the label and ran it through Google Translate. Turns out it's Korean, and it's like a very good brand. So we'll see what happens. Definitely has like a nice vintage vibe to it. Let's see what else I have. A couple of dresses there, and then a lot of this is like just stuff that I have already listed. Oh, I have one that's a gift. I have these two, which I don't know if I showed them to you before. This is really like plain. So I wouldn't normally pick up something like Cherokee, but it's because I paid almost nothing for them, like literally. So, that's the thing with stuff. And this is like a denim. It's like a chambray almost. Yeah, it's like a denim shirt. So I thought that's pretty cool. It's like cowgirl vibes, and it's got this thing here, like the distressing on the elbows. Oh, thank you, Misty. Thank you. That's sweet of you. Thanks for the super chat. And, you know, because I think that something like a Cherokee shirt would only sell for like maybe $20 or less. But seriously, if you pay $1 for it, then, because at the thrift store, like I'll pay anywhere from like to $9 or more per item. So it's expensive. So if it's cheap though, I'll pick up things that I wouldn't normally get. This one also was Cherokee, and this is extra large, and I think so is that one. They're perfect though. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. They're really good quality cotton. I think they're pretty cute. I haven't listed them yet. Let me know what you think. Oh, everything is Walmart and Target. Yeah, well, up here too, for the most part. Well, we don't have Target, but Walmart, yeah. But it depends where you go, Okay. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, there's something wrong with it. Look, it has a stain. And I've been trying to get that stain out. But this is another one that I paid almost nothing for it. And I had a black Nike that I sold it for very little, but who cares? I paid almost nothing. So it's okay. I can sell it for a low price, but look how cute it is. Cream, and then, yeah, I guess this is why they ditched it, because but this was worse. This was like black. So I've managed to lighten the stain quite a bit, but I think I got tired of screwing around with that stain. But the rest of it, everything is so good. There's like not even any wear on it. No, it's really nice. And I could probably sell it for maybe $25, even though it's like $80 when you buy it new. But if I sell it for $25 and I get 20, then I make like $19. Pretty good, in my opinion. Let's see what else I have. Oh, I completely forgot about this. When did I get these shirts? I got a bunch of men's shirts here. Oh well, I'll have to list those at some point. Men's jacket. I bought this last summer when it was half off, so I didn't pay very much for it. But then I realized that there's a problem. It has it has like a rip. I can fix that. I have the most nimble fingers, and I have a very special fabric glue, and I've done it before with this. This is like a chiffon type rayon fabric. I think the only way I could fix that would be to fold it over and use fabric glue, and I think it would be pretty good. But there's a project for me. So everything that's on this rack, it's like it's either stuff that I have not listed, or it's things that need repair. It's like this is kind of like my death pile, but not really. Like some of the stuff is listed. And this one, I bought it, and I'm just not sure if I want to keep it. It's a lace, like Perfecto jacket. Tell me what you think. Oh, hi, HK. You know this lady? Yeah, still here. But I just do different things now. Oh, hi, Trey. Tell me what you think, you guys. Should I keep it or should I return it? Because I could still return it. Because the thing is, I thought it was pretty cool. It's lace and it's a jacket, which you don't see too often. Oh, yeah, that video. I remember that one, HK. I think they took it down because it was too graphic. But I've learned more about that since then, and I wouldn't make that video now. Like, I wouldn't say what I said in that video. I don't agree with myself anymore. It's sort of part of the picture, but it's some of the things that I thought I knew, well, they're not as simple as I thought. Oh, yeah, for molds, yeah. Well, I think I put it on Jana's mold. It didn't do anything. Anyway, what do you think of this jacket? This is what I want to know. Do you think it's good? I can't, HK. They just take them down. It's pointless me putting time into making these videos. They won't let me put them up. They just take them down. The other day they took down a video that was me singing a song. I made a bunch of like song videos like around 2009. I was just singing. And it was like about conspiracies, and they took it down for medical misinformation. Like, what kind of idiot gets their medical information from a folk song that someone is singing at a piano on YouTube? I mean, seriously. You know, if they're that dumb, then they should probably not be using the internet without supervision. Because I don't think anyone does that. Who does, right? Oh, I was going to take my doctor's advice, but then I saw somebody singing in a YouTube video saying that I shouldn't do that. So now I'm going to do something else. So dumb. Keep the jacket. Okay, Pam. Let's hope so, because it was like $14. Okay. Well, I thought it was cute, but it's Miss 60. I have sold. Remember all that dead stock I bought? Remember last year when I was like, you guys, I found all this dead stock? I have sold some of that dead stock. Some of them I've let go for a lower price, and some of them have been beautiful sales. Like I sold them for like $70, which is an incredible sale. It's a really good price for like a pair of pants. And for the baby fat, I only sold one shirt so far, which is fine. So yeah, you think the lace jacket, it would be a vibe? Yeah, you think, Emily? Oh, you're in LA, no kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so done. Come on, if someone hasn't figured out what's going on yet, there's no hope for them. I'm passing the torch, you know. You go watch Dr. Campbell or something. Yeah, and that's more complicated than it seems, though. A freaking American. You really, if you're gonna go that route, you really need a professional helping you. I don't think it's a DIY. You know what I mean? Because I have a couple friends that, well, remember Janie? She did the DIY. She's no longer with us. So she said that it was a humbling experience for her. So it's, you know, am I still friends with Lara? Yeah, for sure. I've known Lara for like over 20 years. But I had a friend who was sick, and he had that, you know, what we were talking about, and they gave him like a year. and he was doing some other stuff at the same time, and he lived like I think 2 or 3 years. So well, at least maybe more. But he did pass away, but he lived longer than they expected. DIY, do it yourself. I don't think it's a DIY in that case. But anyway, rest in peace, Janie. I miss her. I do miss her. I miss her laugh, and her humor. But yeah. No, I don't make kombucha anymore. I just keep buying it. I just don't have, I don't know, the motive. My place is so full and I don't have the energy for it. Vintage Chanel? Really? Well, you got to go check with one of those third-party authenticators. Yeah, well, a freaking American, it's complicated. Oh my God, had any weird dreams? Yes, wait a minute. I had like a reseller nightmare. I dreamt that I was in the thrift store, but like all the lights were off and I couldn't see anything and I wasn't able to stay. So like I didn't get to like really go through the store. I'm in there and I'm like looking and it's really dark. And then I start seeing like, oh wait, but this is a really good brand, and like that's really good. Even though it's dark, I can start seeing some things that I really want, but it's like, oh, but I can't stay. I have to leave. I don't know why, or I don't have my wallet or whatever, or maybe my parking. I have to go out and move my car. I don't know. Couldn't stay and buy the stuff in the dark. And then I came back and all the stuff that I wanted was gone. And I woke up and I was like, no, I was like, not the Anthropologie or whatever. No, it would be more like a Cézanne these days, not the Cézanne, it's gone. Ah, yeah, it was funny, right? Like I'm even poshing in my dreams. $20 to authenticate it? No. There's a Facebook group, like Authentic Fashion Detectives or something. You can. Now, I wouldn't pay $20. I would put it in a reseller group on Facebook and run it by them and see what they think first, and go into like a third-party authentication group on Facebook. They'll do it. Oh, yeah, no, a freaking American. Like it's a highly personal thing, and I'm just saying like people have to just really make informed decisions and just not be cavalier about it. You know what I mean? Because Janie tried to DIY and like it didn't work out. But there's more to the story than that. It was more complicated than that. But I mean, you have to be, certainly you might not be happy with the service you get up at the MGH or whatever, but it's just something very serious. You have to like look at all your options and make a good decision. It depends on the person, yeah, and something that works for one person might not work for the other. You thought I had one arm? No, I got all my limbs. Like how not all diets work for everyone. Exactly, that's a really good example. Like for example, me, like none of them work for me. None of them. Oh, well, listen, I have a friend who actually was diagnosed with stage 4 in December of 2022. Breast cancer. She was actually on her way to get married, and like right before she got on the plane to meet her husband where they were getting married, she found this lump in her breast, and so she called her doctor and she arranged to have the test when she got back. She was nervous, but she went. She got married. And she came back, and when they did it, they found that she was already stage 4. Sound familiar? Yeah, she thinks it's because of that too. She does think it's that. So it was like a 7 centimeter lump in her breast that like 6 months before she had had her physical, everything was fine. She had nothing. Now all of a sudden she had this lump and it's in her spine already. But they gave her immune therapy, and holy crap, for now it's working super well. So it's been almost 18 months and she is like, it's gone. I mean, as they're telling her it's undetectable on PET scan. Everything comes up clear, but they told her it's in your blood and it's hiding there. It's looking for a place that it can attach. But I mean, that's pretty good considering she was already stage 4 when she came in. They gave her immune therapy and hormone therapy, and she's doing some other stuff too. She's doing some natural things as well, but it's the immune therapies they have these days. It's a lot different than what they had back when I was doing transcription oncology like 20 something years ago. They didn't have these kind of options. So we were pretty impressed, but I mean realistically, like some people, they get stage 4 breast cancer and they're around for a very long time with immune therapy. It just depends if your body continues to respond, or like if the cancer becomes like it finds a way around it, then you're gonna have problems, you know? Because that's what she said, like it works for a while and then the cancer starts to become resistant to it, or like it starts to like override it. It finds a way around the medication. Yeah, we're all really shocked that she has that. We're trying to spoil her now and spend as much time with her as possible. But she's a Christian, and she feels like the Lord has been using this experience to like grow her spirituality and grow her as a person. She's had a really great attitude about it. Immune therapy, oh, that's like a new approach that they use, where you're like modulating your immune system. I guess, I mean, don't quote me here because I'm not the expert, but as opposed to chemo, which, you know, they say it like, well, it kills the cancer, but it kills a lot of healthy stuff in your body at the same time, and it makes you super sick. This sort of uses your immune system. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's different. No, 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 no. We're talking about cancer because somebody brought it up, and because one of my friends just found out that she has stage 4, unfortunately. But she has responded like phenomenally well to immune therapy. It's just unbelievable. She never had chemo, and they didn't do surgery because she was stage 4. So no chemo, no surgery, no radiation, only this immune therapy and hormone therapy and some other stuff, you know, some like sort of natural approach extra things that she's doing on the side. And she looks great, and the cancer is undetectable, but they did tell her that it could come back, you know. But for now, we're really happy she's okay. And yeah, we've been having dinner together. Like we did it 2 weeks in a row, and the third week, my friend invited me to have dinner with her and the other friend. And it's not the friend who's sick who's hosting the dinners, you know. I'm just not saying names just to keep it private. And so my other friend invited me, and I was like, I can't, you know, like I literally don't have the time to go have dinner with my friends every week. But I'm going to bring her a dress. Actually, I'll show you the dress. I have a really great dress for her. Where is it? Oh, here it is. She is going to look so gorgeous. This is so her style. And yeah, I love it. And I know she is going to absolutely love it. Look at the nice crochet it has in the back. It's so beautiful. Look, it's got all these tiers. Isn't it gorgeous? It smells good too. Oh, I love the crochet lace. It's so pretty. And yeah, so my other friend gave her a dress, like a Desigual dress last week, and she looked stunning. She's a beautiful woman. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she's young. She's only like 41 or something. She's like a good 10 years younger than me. And so I was like, yeah, I have a dress for you too. I forgot to bring it. Oh, this one is so gorgeous. And look at it. It goes all the way down. Maxi dress. It's going to be so pretty. I'm going to try to have dinner with them this coming weekend and make sure to bring the dress. So yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice dress. She's gonna love it. I just can't believe I forgot to bring it last week. You guys, one more thing. I have sold a ton of shoes in the last like 2 weeks. I sold so many shoes. I had like so many that it was like overflowing. And now that closet, I was able, all the overflow shoes, I was able to put them in the cupboard. Oh, I sold a lot of shoes. Zara sandals are very, very cute. I got some new ones too. Wait, I'll show you real quick. This is what I've been doing lately because they take up like no space. Yeah, the shoe sales were awesome. What size? Well, usually like 8 to 10, you know. But I sold a pair of size 11 Converse high top, like all weather leather. I guess they were kind of sneakers. high tops. I sold those, and they were like a really big size. I have another pair of Converse that are like a size 11. Yeah, I wish you could buy from my closet too, but I don't want to get on eBay. Like, I just keep hearing like all these nightmares on eBay. Anyway, for now, this is cool. And oh my God, the shoes, though, let me show you. And I just sold the most gorgeous pair. They were Zara sandals, but they had denim on them. So beautiful. And they sold really fast. I sold a pair of pretty ballerinas. They're like $250 when you buy them new. I sold them for $30, but I sold them on Marketplace. The crazy thing was, I got somebody messaging me on Marketplace that they were interested in them. And they were supposed to come the next day or 2 days later. And then like 24 hours or like a bit less than that before they had their appointment, somebody sent me an offer for them on Poshmark. And for that offer, I would have come out with like maybe $4 less than the sale on Marketplace. And I let that offer sit because I was like, well, what if the person from Marketplace doesn't show up or it doesn't work or something, they don't fit. And then while that was happening, somebody else put them in their bundle. So I had like two people that were like kind of, one of them already made an offer and the other one had them in the bundle. It's like for this one pair of shoes, like all of a sudden my shoes are so popular. But I sold them to the girl on Marketplace. Oh my God, these are so amazing. And I have to take really good care of them. No, they get these little spikes make like divots in them. They might need their own shoebox. Look at this. These are the Zara Gladiator sandals. Look how gorgeous with the studs on them. Gold studs. So cool. So they're like, wait, they go like this. They're tied together, right? Because they're new, but look at that. Gorgeous. And these sell for a lot. Like the comps were like $80. It doesn't say how much they were originally, but they are leather. Although it doesn't say it on there, but I can tell. Yeah, oh, definitely. They smell like leather. They're 100% they're leather. And they're a good size. They're 39. So whoops, that's like an 8. They're just absolutely beautiful. It's weird. They have some like scuffs underneath, and I think that might be why they dumped them at the thrift store. I mean, they're new with the tags. But you know what? This is shelf wear. This is like just from people wearing them in the store, I think. I'm going to have to clean them a bit. I guess people tried them on, you know. Maybe I'll put them like this. I don't know. I've got to watch out with those spikes. I don't want them to get damaged. What am I going to do? Put them back in very carefully, I guess. I don't want to wreck them. No, that's not going to work. I'm not sure how to put them away. Okay, maybe like this. Because I noticed that, well, okay, look, I'll just put them here for now. Yeah, and then I found these also. These are amazing. These are also new. Yep, new with tags. Zara. They're a little bit bent here. You know what? Yeah, I better be really careful about putting them in the same box because I don't want to like get like divots in them and screw them up. Anyway, these are really cool because they're very strappy, and then they like lace up your ankle, and then there's a little buckle here so you can tie it up your leg. Very stylish. Only just a little bit bent. I don't even go live, freaking American. I haven't done a live sale in a long time. Oh, the Burberry shirt. No, and I don't think I'm going to sell Burberry again because I've been hearing people saying how like when you're selling luxury brands, people will buy it, wear it, trash it, and then return it and claim that there was something wrong with it. Like they'll open a case on you. Ugh, I can't figure out what to do with them. I don't remember how I had them. It wasn't like this because I want to make sure I don't wreck them. because they will get wrecked if I'm not careful. Yeah, I've heard of people like opening cases, like they'll wear it, they'll stain it, or sometimes they'll just like slash your stuff. Like I've heard of people selling designer handbags and the person who bought it like ripped it and then said, "Oh, look, there's a rip in it," because they didn't want it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Nobody does that with Zara because okay, I have these listed for $80 and we'll see what happens because they've sold for 80 before. Or do I have these listed for 60? Sole to sole? Yeah, but then this is going to be facing the outside and it's going to get, I'm afraid it's going to be more likely to get trashed because I have to put them in there with the gladiator sandals. And I'm afraid that those little studs are going to damage everything. This is still one of my favorites. They're not going to sell for very much. Like I'll make $10 off it, hopefully. But look how cute they are. They still sell these, but this was like the previous year's model with silver, but it's so nice. I bought 2 pairs because I want one for me in a pillowcase. Oh, really? Christian Lacroix. You know, the thing about those designers, like I've had Karl Lagerfeld. Like I had a Karl Lagerfeld Paris sweater. I sold it for almost nothing. Because sometimes even when it's designer, nobody wants it, you know? And I was just like, take it. I didn't pay that much for it, so it didn't really matter to me. I still got something out of the deal. Okay, let's see if I can fit them in like this. They should really maybe have their own box, but I was all happy to have sandals because I was like, great, they all fit in one box. How many pairs do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pairs of shoes in one box. I call that a success. Yeah, I have lots of tissue paper. Yeah, like it depends with the designers. Like sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. You know, I'll tell you what I will not buy again. Let me show you. Where is it? I have a couple here. I have to dig it up. That's weird. I have 2 of them. Okay, well I have this one. I have not even listed this one yet. This is a Giorgio Armani. I'm such a fool. It says I paid $30 for it. I'm sure I didn't really. I'm sure I had like at least 20% off. Well, I probably paid 20 something dollars for it. Giorgio Armani, it's like a fishnet kind of lace. I haven't listed it, but I didn't bother because I find that Armani doesn't really sell for that much. I'm gonna put it away, but I should list it. But there's no holes in it or anything. But wait, I have another one. I wanted to show it to you. I just have to dig it up, but I know it's here. And I kind of want to dig it up now because I want to see if it's still there. Make sure I didn't lose it. It's kind of weird because I should have been able to find it by now. Usually I don't have this problem. Where is it? Ah, it's here. Now, I think that this is really a fabulous dress. This is Armani and it's goat suede and it's perfect, but it's Emporio Armani, so not the highest tier of Armani, but It's a very nice little goat suede dress. And I think that this was like a $600 dress originally, but I think it's a hard sell, you know, even with the brand, because it's not just the brand that determines if it's going to have a good resale value, it's the brand and the style also. So if people are not really into wearing neutral tone goat suede, then no, not Armani Exchange. I know Armani Exchange. I wouldn't pick that up. That's for sure. No, the other one was Giorgio Armani. Legit Giorgio Armani. This one is Emporio Armani. So that's like between Armani Exchange is down here. That's like the Walmart version of Armani. And then you got Giorgio Armani up here. And Emporio is like in the middle. So this one's Emporio. But it was still an expensive dress. But nobody wants it so far. I'll relist it and see what happens. I think it's going to be a hard sell, this one. You know, but you gotta live and learn, right? That's how you find out sometimes. And I still haven't listed all my April Cornell that I picked up last year, but it's the time now. I've got a really nice April Cornell swim cover up. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. But it doesn't have a belt. It's open. And I have another one from Angie, which is like a very boho swim cover up. It doesn't have a closure, and people keep asking me about the closure. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't have one. I'm starting to realize like it's kind of a problem. Like it should have a closure. It should have a belt or something. Anyway, this one, the brand is Spence, which I don't really know much about it. I don't think it's anything really fancy, but it's such a gorgeous print. I thought I would wear this one. Oh, it's a medium. But I think I could wear it. And wait. I'm going to do a little try on. Make sure my fly's not down. Show up on the internet with my fly down. I'm such a dork. Okay, here, I'll try this on for you. But I do love this one. I need an occasion to wear this too. You love it? This one? Oh, I just love this one. It's so cute, and it's nice and flowy, and it's got something special about it, which is that the sides, can you guys see how, wait, you can't see anything, hold on. I'll fix my situation here. What? It's gonna fall over. Okay, that's better. Can you see how the sides are longer than the middle? It kind of goes up in the front. Isn't that cute? It's just like makes it a little bit special. This is like a little bit dressy. I mean, I think you could just wear it as a day dress. Oh, yeah, the hearts. I know, I love it too. I think you could wear it as a day dress, but you could also wear it like as a more evening, like for dinner, because it's a little fancy, I think, with the lace. I think it depends. You could like dress it up or dress it down, and it's not too tight, so it's like, you know, it's not too like revealing or whatever, which I like. I just thought of something. Okay, wait. I want to show. I've got my like. Okay, I told you there's some things here they need to be listed. Some of them have been listed, but I just didn't put them away. Some of them like this have a stain, so they're not ready to list. Then I have like this sort of death pile in my room, which is like a bunch of pants that I bought that each one has some issue that I need to fix, and I'm really good at fixing things, like I said, but they're sometimes like I fix it and then I realize, oh no, there's this too, and then after a while I'm like, okay, you go in the death pile, I'm not dealing with you anymore. And I have this one sweater. I'm gonna go get the sweater. Wait, what are you saying? The label or the product. Okay, when people search, or they might go into a brand that they like. Like I like Aritzia, I like Anthropologie, I like Free People, I like Betsy Johnson too. So like if I feel like doing a little browsing, I might browse Betsy Johnson because I love the style, just to see if anything has come up. Sometimes you see something new and you're like, oh my god, I love it. Put a heart or save it, you know. So they'll browse by brands that they already know that they like. Other times, person might be like, I really want a cream colored sweater with embroidery. Like, oh, I want a floral embroidered sweater. I want one of those personally. I found them, but not my size. So they're going to do that, and then they might they might just come up with it not based on the brand, but based on the style, you know. But it's usually either they're looking at a brand that they know, or they're looking for a specific item. Like me, I was shopping for a black maxi skirt, you know, and then that's how people find your stuff. And one thing that sells very well, regardless of the brand, I find is plus size denim maxi skirts. Every time I find one, I pick it up. I had one, it was like an Egyptian brand no one's ever heard of, beautiful tiered like chambray, but it was a size 26. So that's something that's it's hard for people to find, like really good plus size clothes. So I like to get, like, you know, if I find a really beautiful dress in a 4X, I'll pick it up because I know that that's something there's not a whole lot of. Even a size 12 or 14, which is like my size, it's harder to find. When you search for a thing, you'll find a lot of extra small, small, and medium, you know, and then as it gets larger, you find less. I don't know why. I think that part of it is when they do clearance racks, they're getting rid of a lot of extra smalls. And I think that's why some of the extra smalls, they end up at the thrift store where I go, and they're like Zara extra small. There's really nothing wrong with them. They're just too small and nobody took them, and so they just get rid of them. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, still live? All right. So I've been practicing a lot of skills, like, well, my mending was always pretty good, but I practice a lot stain removal so that I can really learn. Like when I go see, I find an item and it's been discarded because it has a stain. I need to know, is this a stain that I can get rid of? Because if I buy it and then I can't get rid of it, I'm screwed. So I've been practicing a lot. Um, and I'm getting good at stain removal. And the next thing I want to do is learn how to unshrink things. Like this is one of my mother's sweaters. The retirement home put everything in the dryer. Look how tiny it is. I mean, it's shrunk to nothing. So I've read that or I mean, I've seen online that you can unshrink sweaters. I bought one, this Wilfred Lowland sweater. I bought it. I spent the $10 on it just to see if I could unshrink it. I don't really think it worked very well though. You guys ever seen that where you can put your sweater in the sink with some conditioner? It's supposed to unshrink it. Well, this is the unshrunk sweater, but look, it's not unshrunk. It's bullshit. The weird thing is this side unshrunk. See, this is how it's supposed to look, which is pretty cute. But what is this? How weird is that? The left side it's tight and I cannot get it to stretch out. So fucking weird. This ruins everything. How can your sweater be shrunk on one side, not the other? So yeah. So we'll see. I'll try a second time. Wait. Oh no. The lens fell out of my glasses. God help me. Uh-oh. Well, I can't go around like this. Where'd it go? Oh no. I can't even, my lens just fell out. What a disaster. Oh my God. Uh, Welcome to the nerd show. Oh my God. Look, because I cracked my glasses, but I haven't had the time to get a new frame. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Oh, there we go. It's fixed now. Good as new. All right. So yeah, I'm practicing unshrinking sweaters. So that one didn't work super well. This is different. This one's a cashmere. I'm gonna try with this one. Take a good look at it now, and then you'll see, I guess, afterwards how that turns out. Okay, so let me know what you think. I couldn't pass this one up, but it has a flaw, but I fixed it. So I think this is a very beautiful embroidered sweater, right? It's got all this applique. It's got all this fancy stuff going on. I'm a sucker for cardigans. I mean, it's giving a bit granny, but I guess, you know, if you're 25, it won't do that. It's just really, really good quality, and it's Anthropology. It's well made. It's called Knitted and Knotted is the brand. So I think that this would be a great sweater. Well, it's a little small on me, right? It's supposed to be maybe a little more closed, but I think it'd be a great sweater to wear with like a nice vintage brooch right here. I think that'd be perfect. Just like a little coverage on your arms, and it's got all these great details, and you could put a little brooch. I think it would be very, very nice for like a vintage look. I mean, you let me know. You think it's beautiful? You guys like the sweater? You see the fingerprints on my glasses? Yeah. But anyway, um, it's got a little bit of gold in it as well. Okay, so it's not just me who thinks it's beautiful. I thought it was really, really well made and had a lot of really nice details on it. And it looks like a rich lady sweater. So, oh, thanks for the encouragement. Because if you guys think that I picked up a piece of crap, please let me know. Because I'll return it. But I think it's really nice, right? And there is one problem. Where is it? I can't even find it now. Like, I know it's there and I can't even. It is here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, you see here? See it has a little scar? Can you guys see the little square there? So I had to do a little repair on it, but I think I did a really good job. You can barely see it. So I'm not really sure if the fact that it has a little scar here, does that ruin the value? I used the thread that came with the sweater for repairs, and I did a bang up job on it. Let me know what you think. Well, I mean, I can keep it. Like, I could wear it myself. Maybe not with this dress. I was wondering how it would look with the dress, because the dress has these colors in it. Actually, it's not bad. I mean, it only cost me $10, right? But yeah, it needs a little brooch, maybe a different dress, and maybe not with jeans. But do you think that ruins it? You wouldn't know, right? I don't care. I don't care about that. Nobody's gonna go, oh, look at that. She's got a repair in her sweater. Look at Sonia. But I'm wondering if I could sell it with that in it. Yeah, with a black dress. Well, it just makes such a nice little cover up. But I was intending to sell it. I still got the tag on it. Actually, you guys, I didn't pay much for it. It was $7 and I got 25% off. So that's why I went to the store and I bought a whole bunch of stuff because they had 25% off. Do I have too many clothes? Not for myself. Like, actually, my clothes are like just that little corner there. T-shirts. I mostly just wear jeans and just tops. I don't have a lot of clothes for me. Most of the stuff in here is for sale. It's like not even my size. Oh, you were in Canada and you found Nuvitag's clothing and shoes at the Restore for $5. No, I've never heard. Oh, they get it from Winners. Cool. Very cool. No, I never heard of Restore. What province were you in? Applejacks. Well, I could put this on up for sale, and if it doesn't work, I guess I'll wear it. Tell me where you found this Restore. That sounds interesting. Well, this one, I don't know if it has any value. So I might just keep this for me. But this is a great breezy little dress. You guys would not believe the garbage I was wearing. Oh, in Ontario. Where in Ontario? Maybe I'll go out to Ontario and do my thrifting. My voice is like getting worn out from talking. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I'm gonna end up like Joan Rivers needing voice surgery. Yeah, where in Ontario? Ottawa. That's not even that far. Ottawa's like kind of a reasonable distance for me. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. I'm thinking that maybe restore, we have another name for it. There, um, yeah, okay, we have Renaissance, which is Goodwill. We have Salvation Army, and there's another one, Eco something, Eco Depot. Maybe that's Restore. They sell mostly furniture, but they have no clothes, and if they did, it's like, even the homewares is complete garbage. Yeah, Habitat for Humanity, that's it, yeah. Oh, no, I don't know about, I don't think Obama did anything. I don't think so. I don't know what happened. It's a bad surgery, I guess. That was, I think, what you would call a conspiracy theory. Because seriously, if you're the president, people say things about you all the time. You don't have to go doing that. You just like, make it disappear. Like, no one has ever, like, I mean, look at all the stuff people have said about Biden, and it has absolutely no effect. Like, the guy's still in office, you know? It's hard to get rid of people when they're selected instead of elected. But anyway, let's not talk about Obama. I'm so over politics. Did I put my shirt backwards? No. So let's see what else I have. Oh yeah, I have that nice tropical top, which I don't want to give away. And then I have this. Wait, did I show you this one? This one's really cool. This one needs some work. That's why it's on this rack. Sandy Starkman. Apparently, like, this is quite a very like fancy designer, and it's vintage, and these sell for a lot, but it has a flaw. It has lost some of the beading somewhere, which I can fix. I can't even find it, but there is some issue with the beading somewhere. And it also has, yeah, look, it has a rip right here. Wait a minute, this has been repaired before. Somebody put, oh, they put a patch on the inside. Oh, it was an iron-on patch. What? Anyway, I can repair this. I have to think about it though, how I would do that. And I think the best way would probably be to put a patch on the inside and use fabric glue. But I have to really be careful. Or I could just glue it to the existing patch. But then it would be like, because there's two layers to this. So then they would be glued together there. I'm not sure how that would affect it. Or I could put the small, like the thing you put in hems, put one of those inside and then use the glue on that. That might work. You'd have to make sure that it's very, very smooth. Indian chic. Yeah, very boho, right? So much detail. Yeah, see, there's some beads missing here. I have gold beads. I could probably do that. I need the black tubes. I've got a repair job to do on another dress. But there's somewhere else where there's like a whole bunch of beads missing, but I don't know where it is. Like, it's not that obvious. The flaw is, you wouldn't notice it. Look at the nice button on here. It's a metal button, gold tone. It's really pretty. So I really love this. Well, this needs work. I think I've showed you like most of the things, and I have a blazer from my mom. Oops, it'll fall. Oh, here it is. I love this, and I was waiting to inherit it one day. By the time I got it, I was too fat to wear it. True story. Sad but true. I used to be so tiny like my mom. But I can't wear it now. I mean, I could probably put it on, but I probably can't close it. But look how cute it is. And it's like from the 90s, and it's got this little mini fringe and just a little closure here. It's really, really great. But I think it has a stain somewhere. Like, I can't find it now. It does have some staining on it or something. Like, there's a reason why I didn't list it. I think just here it has like a dirt stain, and you know, I was thinking about how am I going to go about it. But you know, like looking at this halo light is giving me that yellow spot, so then I'm looking at this and like it all looks yellow spots. I think there's like dirt around here, and I had to really think it over, like how am I going to clean this? And I think I'm going to do dish soap on it because it's not a tannin stain, it's just straight up dirt, and dish soap does a really good job sometimes. But it's cute, right? And I think once I've done that and I fix it, somebody's going to want it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll let you know how it goes with this thing. And yeah, I'm always giving stuff to the thrift store. I mean, I do get clothes from like my friends when they're like, oh, I'm decluttering, and I'll say, yeah, I'll take all your stuff because I'll donate it for you just so I get the coupons. You know, save you your trip. Jana has given me a lot of her things, and I just donate them. I think I kept like 2 dresses and put them in my store. But it's not worth it because in a way, like if you have a dress that's worth only like $20, as your virtual assistant is sharing your listings, it's sharing those listings. So people are going to come across your shitty listings instead of your good listings. Now, if you only have good stuff in your store, then your VA is promoting those things. You know, to me, like having a shit listing being shared, it's kind of it's not benefiting my closet in a way. So I started to realize this better. Like in the beginning, I just wanted as many listings in there as possible so I could get the VA and I could just start sharing like large amounts, because you have to have a certain amount of items to be able to share at full speed, you know. So I was just like, put it all in there, share it, and it's working, right? Because I told you I'm selling a lot of stuff. But now I'm starting to like weed out the things, but you would never know what's going to sell. Like I've had things in there that I was like, man, this thing's going to the thrift store next week, and then it sold and I got $10 for it, and I was like, it's fine. Pair the lace jacket with the floral dress. What lace jacket? Oh, that's actually a good idea. I didn't really think of that. Oops. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's a lot of lace because there's lace on both of them. Yeah, let's see. But I can't, actually, this is a large. So wait, let's try this one more time. I'm going to put it on and see what happens. But I'm more like an extra large, not a large. So it might not fit me. We'll see. Okay, so thanks to you guys, I'm keeping the lace jacket. I'm going to keep that little sweater too. Oh, you owned a thrift store. Oh, no kidding. How did you get your writing to look like that? That's pretty cool. How do you get your font to look that way and your name and everything? That's pretty neat. Okay, let's make sure I don't break it. Like my arms aren't that big. Like this is a large, right? Oh, 3/4 sleeves. It's my chest. And I had implants. How crazy is that? I certainly didn't need them. Yeah, and my stomach too though, but yeah, the chest. What do you think? Does that work? I don't know. I don't feel like this kind of jacket goes with this kind of, I mean the patterns are nice, but you think it works? Yes. Leave the jacket open. Oh yes, open. You're right. Yes, it does work. It's kind of giving like 90s, like 90s grunge. Actually, you're right. I can actually even wear it if I leave it open. That does look cool, doesn't it? Wait, this light is driving me crazy. I got all these spotlights in my face. Let me get those fingerprints off. I can't see anything. Actually, that was a really good pairing that you just made. Very stylish. Appreciate it. I wouldn't have thought of that. That is cool. That's like so fucking 90s, right? Oh my god, that is really cute. I love it. Good idea. Super cool. Wow. Yeah, the jacket gives it its own moment. I know, it's so cool. I love it. What a great combo. Got any other good ideas? I need some help. You know, I'm pretty good with like decorating. Like, you guys remember when I decorated my mother's place? I'm not always the best with like pairing clothes, though. I mean, I have a good eye, I think, for quality and style, but I'm not always the best for like putting them together. But this is really good. I could wear that. Maybe I'll model it when I try to sell the stuff. Because yeah, it actually works. That was good. Yeah, I don't know if you have any more ideas. Let me see. Do you have anything else here? Not really. I have this, which this just needs cleaning. But this is another one that I got it for like basically almost nothing. And I should have listed it like a month ago because like red denim jackets were super in style. But I didn't because it had some like dirt on it. Actually, it's not bad. What was I thinking? I should just list it. But yeah, it was like really in at the time. Like red denim jackets for some reason were like being featured. And I had one. And I didn't list it. Because I thought it needed cleaning. And I wasn't up for it. And I didn't want to like throw it in the wash. I thought I was going to ruin it. So I just like procrastinated. Okay, I'll put it here because I'm going to deal with it. Thanks for the inspo, you guys. And the lug bag, which I love and I want to use when I travel, and I haven't used it. Still haven't sold it. This is a great bag because it's so light. It wouldn't hurt my back to carry it around. It's amazing. Pistachio green. All right, so I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, man, I'm selling up an absolute storm. Like, I used to get like, I remember when I was getting like 6 sales a month, and then it went up to 30 and I was really happy. It was like 1 sale. Now it's like 2 or 3 every day. You gave your red jacket away. People thought you were in the store. Was it like Walmart red? Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to go on here for 1 second. I haven't been on Poshmark in like 2 hours. Oh, I did get a like on a pair of pants. That's cool. Oh, and the shoes. Oh, somebody put the trucker jacket in their bundle. That's a good sign. I just relisted it because I had it listed. I think I started at 65 because that's what someone was selling it for on eBay. And then I was giving offers for like 42 or something, and it still hadn't sold. And I think I dropped it to like 35 on a closet clear out. And I was like, that's it. That's the bottom line. Like, I'm going to relist it. And I've got these shoes from Stuart Weitzman. Man, everybody loves these shoes. They get so many likes and nobody buys them. I'm really wondering if they're ever going to sell. Oh, somebody joined Poshmark. My referral. How nice. Melanie. Cool. Thank you. You want me to make voices like I did 12 years ago? I could try. I don't know. I've become like very serious in my old age. I don't do voices anymore. Okay, I uploaded this cute little teal leather clutch, and that's nice. Somebody hit like on it. But you know what? I was experimenting and I posted it for $20, which is extremely cheap. I didn't even try to like mark it up and then offer discounts. I just said, you know what? I inherited this from my mother. I didn't pay for it. I've had luck sometimes, like putting bags up for $20 or $25 and they sell right away. Because I guess the person doesn't have to think about it. They're like, oh, I like that bag. Oh my God, $20. And they just buy it, you know? So I went ahead and put this one up for 20 to see what happens. But if people hit like on it, I'm like, okay, you like it. That's cool. I'm not sending offers because it's already $20, you know? They can send me an offer, but I think, oh, somebody likes the shoes. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I just want to see if I got any sales. No sales, but I got one bundle, one inquiry. She wants to know if there's a tear on the back of that. Remember the mesh dress that I showed you, the mesh maxi dress? Is there a tear on the back? Wait, let's check. I don't think so. I would have noticed. No, there's no tear. No, it's not a tear. There was like, the zipper was snagged here, but it's not a tear. Where does she think that there's a tear? This? Did she think that, like, does this look like a giant hole? She thought I posted the dress with like a big hole in it? That would suck. I'm gonna answer her right now. You can't find the old videos. I know it's really hard to like find my good fun old videos. I don't get a referral bonus if people join, but when they buy something, they get $15 off their first purchase if they use my referral code, and I get $15 store credit. So that we both get store credit. Okay, wait. I'm gonna just answer her. I'm just gonna tell her no, there are no tears. I think I should add a video. How many pictures did I put on this thing? It does kind of require a lot of maintenance. Let's see, did I put 16 pictures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I don't have 16 pictures, I could add a video. I kind of have to answer her. Oh, thanks. Sorry, now I'm like doing my business while I'm on the live stream, but hold on, I'll be right back. I don't know how to put this. So there's like a slight irregularity. Very slight. Where the zipper had gotten snagged, but it's not a tear. It's just like about irregularity, about a half centimeter diameter. Sorry, 1 second. So there, I just answered her. I mean, that, you know, like I try not to be on there too much. Oh, somebody else likes my Aritzia sweater. That's great news. But I mean, no sales. But you know, funny thing is, usually the sales do come in the morning. So after I get off, the live, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna send offers to all those likers and also see what's going on with this person. Put something in their bundle. Just one thing. Oh, I've got that jacket listed for $45. The trucker jacket. So that's not very high. I'm not gonna go lower than 35, I don't think. I'd rather just relist it because it's pretty good. I mean, it is Gap, but it's vintage. So that matters. What do I buy in cloth? What do you mean, clothes? Well, you can see my closet here. Hold on a second. Where's my closet? I'll give you the link for my closet. You can see all the cloths that I have here. There. There's my closet. I can give you guys my referral code again too. Wait, where's my referral code? I'll do it one more time. Even if you're American, you can still use my referral code. Even if you can't buy from me, you can buy from someone else. I'm gonna have to go. I'm pretty sure Pam and a freaking American are getting tired. Yeah, you get $15 store credit. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing that I was gonna, speaking of links, do you guys remember the C60? I'm still using it. I keep forgetting to mention to you, but I do really love it. And it's been good for me. It's like one of the few supplements that I actually continue to take because it really does help me with my sleep mostly. And I feel better. You know, I feel like it's helped me a lot with like mental clarity and sleep. I think you guys can see the difference. I mean, getting my implants out, that was a big deal. It helped a lot. And after I started taking the C60 more regularly to see like how it would help me with like my recovery, my healing. And I think you guys can see how much more I can do now. I don't know if you know how destroyed I was before, but I think it kind of showed in my videos. And I remember when I used to talk, I would like lose track of what I was talking about. And I feel like I'm just more on the ball. I get more done in a day. I don't forget things. Like I've got so much stuff to do and I'm on top of it. Uh, it's rare that I screw up, although I did miss one appointment for my son, but an online appointment. But I do really notice a difference. Like I remember I did a couple interviews and I was like, I watched them after and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so out of it. And I was really struggling. You guys can see the difference, right? Mm. Oh, the air purifiers. They were the absolute best. The guy who was, wait, let me give you the link for the C60 in case you want to check it out. Oh, Messianic Age of Veganism. I already did that and I made some videos about it. I, it's a helpful herb, I think, but it's not something that I would want to do every day. At one point, I was trying to, I guess, fix my problems with that. It I was being poisoned by my implants. You know, you can tell, eh, Pam? You know, it's incredible, like how much more energy I have, and I'm gonna have to do a video about um the acupuncture that I'd been doing. I just have to do the like thing to tie it all together. Like I filmed me getting it, but my energy is so much higher than it was before. Like I'm just like always doing things. The only thing that slows me down is that I have this back injury. I have a spondylolisthesis, so I can't stand for too long because I just like my upper back gets like really tired because it's not on a stable base, you know. But my energy is, oh my gosh, before like I remember I'd wake up and like within a couple of hours, or not even, sometimes 1 hour, and it was like I could feel the battery just like drain. And now sometimes I still feel bad. Like I still have issues where I get this kind of weird wired feeling, but lying down or trying to lie down doesn't help. It's actually better if I get up and I start cleaning or I do something, you know. Definitely my energy is like improved so much. I'd say after the implants going out, it was like 50%. Whereas before I had like let's say a 20% of a battery, getting the implants out, my battery went right up to 50%. I mean, it was still much lower than most people, but for me, it was like a huge difference. Yeah, because 20%, like you guys would see me like in the good moments, but there was a lot of in between where I'd have to like rest for like 3 hours. Like everything would just wear me out. But my battery went up, and I feel like now, like with the C60 and the acupuncture, it's gone up to 75. I have some days where it's like 100%. Like I feel actually normal. It's not often, but I mean, it's a huge difference. A huge difference from where I was like 2 Christmases ago. Big difference. Well, a freaking American, the only thing I would say would be like really useful for was like as a, I mean, like my personal experience was I would use it as a replacement for like Advil or something like that. Sometimes it was helpful. I had a lot of body pain when I had my implants in. I had like horrible, like dull aching in my legs. It was so bad. I lived with so much pain in my arms and legs. It was just this weird, like congested feeling, like dull aching. I would feel like my blood was exploding, is what I used to say. It felt like as if I hadn't slept in a week. Have you ever been so tired, like if you got so sleep deprived that like your whole body started hurting? I don't know if you've ever had that. The link didn't work. Which link didn't work? The C60 link? Well, anyway, I had so much pain, it was ridiculous. And I don't have that pain anymore. I never have. I remember driving my car and it was just like, oh my God, my legs hurt so much. But it wasn't like muscles, it was like in my bones. I think I was being poisoned for real. But now, like, I never get that. I just get like the sore back, but that's it. You know the feeling? Yeah, I never had that feeling before, and I don't have it anymore. Oh, really? The C60 didn't work? That's weird. It should work. For what do we work? Oh, because I had like chronic pain and fatigue. Basically, I had like fibromyalgia symptoms, but it's gotten a lot better. Let me try the link again. Maybe it's HTTPS. Actually, wait, let me see if I can open the link first of all. I'll just try it if you can bear with me. Yeah, it's where it's not. Oh no, it's here. I got the page. Okay, here's my page for the C60. Yeah, I had chronic fatigue and chronic pain. It was brutal. Absolutely brutal. I'm in Montreal. I speak French. No, it was horrible. Chronic fatigue is so bad. I still think I do have chronic fatigue, but it went from being like moderate to mild. I'm not normal, I'm sure. I mean, I do remember a time where like I could do as much as I wanted to in a day. Now I really have to pace myself, but not like before. I mean, I get so much more done. Man, before it was like I was incapacitated. I don't remember you? Nicole? No, I probably do. Maybe it's been a little while. Oh, your friend had her implants removed? Oh, great. Those things are so toxic. I just feel bad that women keep doing it. I mean, we don't really have a lot of great options for if we want to increase our bust size. I mean, there's fat transfer, but there's other risks with that. Well, I'm happy you're healthy, GTO mama. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm getting the implants out was a big difference. I mean, you guys imagine, like, I built this business from nothing to literally a second income that's like equivalent to my home care income, like in 1 year. Robin gave me a lot of good advice. And that's with me having access to like expensive things at the thrift store that I pay too much for her, so I don't make as much profit as I'd like to, you know. She goes to the church sale and buys things for like $1 or $2 for like top brands, you know. I get Zara for like 10, 12 bucks. But still, you know. So I was able to do that. I don't think I could have done that the way I was before I was so trashed. I get a lot done. And now I feel like I want to go and like see if I can unshrink the sweaters and then I'm going to go to bed. Soul journeys? No. I mean, there are a lot of people on here. It does get hard to keep track of everyone. I mean, for example, GTO, Matt, Pam, a freaking American. I'll never forget you guys because you're here all the time. But people that are kind of in and out is hard to remember sometimes. And sometimes I see people I haven't seen in like 2 years. And I'm like, oh, hey. Because they used to be there and comment a lot. Okay, guys, it's been really great seeing you. And I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's been like 2.5 hours before I destroy my vocal cords. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try to do this in the day one of these days, but I'm always running around the day. But one of these days, it'll be much better. You'll have better lighting. All right. Good night. Love you guys. Thanks again. And I'll see you soon. Bye.